The story for today comes from the Reddit user ExoticRecover1832. Don't be in a rush to leave the nest. I jumped out of my sleep drenched in sweat and gasping for air. I'd just been awakened for the 5th night in a row from a nightmare of me being choked. Except when I would look, it was just pitch black. Nothing there, but the hands felt so real. I decided to get up for a quick restroom trip and to splash some cool water on my face. I opened the door to my room, walking towards the bathroom. I heard my dad pacing back and forth in the kitchen, whispering something, but I couldn't hear the words. I watched him for a few seconds, pacing back and forth in the dark, continuing to whisper inaudibly. "Dad, why are you in the dark? Are you okay?" "I just had one of those nightmares again," I called out to him. I couldn't hear his response as I rushed into the bathroom, cause nature was screaming at this point. I do my business, flush, wash my hands, and splatter the cold water on my face. I glanced up at the mirror, and when I was looking at my reflection, I immediately froze. I noticed 2 large handprint-shaped bruises on my neck, and a long, fresh scratch right under each shoulder blade, as if someone with hands too large to be human had been choking me. As I observed the bruise, I froze as a terrifying reminder popped in my head. I moved into my new apartment last weekend. I live alone. So who, or even worse, what has been pacing in my kitchen? All the lights went out at the moment I felt the presence before it spoke in a bone-chilling voice. "You're not like the last one. You're nice with a beautiful, soft soul. I can feel it. I can smell it. So I'll give you 15 minutes to leave and never return, because next time..." The lights flashed back on, revealing a horrifying creature. So tall, it was hunched over, peering down at me with a razor-sharp toothy grin. It licked its lips excitedly before continuing. "I won't be able to stop myself from eating you limb by limb and sucking that delicious soul out of you." I was out of the front door before he even finished the sentence. I left everything and never looked back, and tried to forget it, and I almost did. I was scrolling on my phone in my parents' living room while they watched the news. "A gruesome discovery indeed. 22-year-old tenant found dead. Her arms and legs were ripped off. Investigation is still ongoing. Cause of death is undetermined. Landlord said that she's moved into Unit 156 the weekend prior." I couldn't hear anything else. Instantly filled with dread. That has been my unit. Could it really be? My thoughts cut off at the reporter's next words. "It seemed the killer left a message that nobody could make sense of." The camera turned to a wall with words written in blood. I heard my mom and dad both gasp in horror. The message read, "See what happens when you don't take the 15 minutes head start." It's been 5 years and I'm still living with my parents, and finally saved enough money and courage to try to move out on my own again. "Sweetie, you have a package," my mom yelled. I jogged down excitedly. I've been waiting a shipment of Marvel comics, so I quickly ripped open the box and immediately heard blood-curdling screams. I realized they're my own as I looked at the hundreds of pictures of me, sleeping, showering, etc. But the note, it's what made me pass out. 15 minutes are up. I'm coming, it read. The end. This has been Gray's Stories. I hoped you liked them. Good night.